What is going on, everybody? James Hancock here. I'm back to do a reaction video to the Red Band trailer for Hellraiser Revival, a trailer which I've technically already watched once, but it's so goddamn good I felt compelled to share it here on this channel. And I don't quite know what the rules are when it comes to doing reaction videos to Red Band trailers. Do I need to do it, like put it behind like age-restricted content or whatever the case might be? I don't really know, but we are going to find out together. But what is Hellraiser Revival? It is a video game coming our way. Hang on, I've got an article from Bloody Disgusting. It's a video game from Saber Interactive and Boss Team Games, but it actually brings Doug Bradley back to the franchise for the first time in nearly 20 years. Clive Barker is also involved, and for people of a certain age, Hellraiser is a very special horror franchise. This was my introduction to the idea of combining S&M and horror, or like pain and pleasure. Like, I was 11 years old watching it on VHS. It had never occurred to me that some people might find pain and pleasure to be like chocolate and peanut butter, where they want them to go together. And I don't even know if I was fully aware what the hell was going on as I was watching the movie. But as I watched it many times over, I slowly came to realize Hellraiser was exploring new terrain that most horror tended to avoid, and it all comes from Clive Barker and his incredible novella, The Hellbound Heart. If you've never read it, I strongly recommend it. And there's a good audiobook where he reads it himself that I also would strongly recommend. But what The Hellbound Heart and Hellraiser get right, which so many subsequent sequels often get wrong, the Cenobites and like the Order of the Gash, they're not monsters that just kind of follow people around and kill them. You have to invite them into your life. You have to opt in. These are creatures that you will only encounter if you go looking for them. So everybody's totally safe unless you're just a raging pervert that has run out of perversions to explore and you're looking for that final frontier. And they are more than happy to show you the way, as they often say. We have such sights to show you. And I can still remember seeing the trailer for this movie for the first time, where you see that quote by Stephen King, and then you hear those bells. And if you like Hellraiser, those bells, like, I don't know, it's like pulling up a chair next to a warm fire. Like, yes, play the bells. The Cenobites are coming, and all sorts of terrible things are about to unfold. And as far as like the subsequent movies go, I like half of Hellraiser 2 quite a bit. I think the first half is really disturbing, and like, you know, the second half's got its moments, but it starts to kind of come unspooled. And Hellraiser 3 occupies a very special place in my heart because it was shot in Greensboro, North Carolina, where I was living at the time. So a lot of my friends are extras in Hellraiser 3. Admittedly, it's not as good a movie as some of the other movies in the franchise, or specifically the first movie. But when I first saw Hellraiser 3, a little secret I'll share, I was on LSD or acid for the first time. And anyway, I was sitting in the crowd with my friends, watching our friends on the screen, and we were just laughing and screaming. And the moment where that girl gets her skin torn off, basically like someone like ripping the skin off a chicken all in one fell swoop, we laughed so hard we almost had to go home. Like, we couldn't like regain control. We were just, you know, holding our sides, hyperventilating, losing our minds. So I've got a lot of very positive memories from my childhood, from basically age like 11 to 16, about the Hellraiser franchise. But now we come full circle to this new game. It's already available for pre-order, and if you, depending upon which package you order, you can get all sorts of bells and whistles and extra items and collector edition boxes and so on and so forth. But if you head over to hellraiserrevival.com, you can check out all the various collector's editions that are available for pre-order. But I think at this point, I have yammered enough. Let's check out the trailer in 3, 2, 1. And there's a different version of the trailer out there that's more PG, but this is the Red Band trailer.
You have a void.
Doug Bradley still got it all these decades later. Ooh la la.
A desirous, gaping heart.
Anytime you're having sex with a girl and she whips out a Cenobite box, well, either you're going to have the night of your life, or things are about to go sideways.
It thirsts for excruciating pleasure.
That's right. Excruciating
The
pleasure.
very thing we offer.
A lot of boobies in this.
She is hellbound. Follow her. For we have such sights to show you.
Jesus. It's pretty hardcore for any medium. This is, if anything, more hardcore than the 1987 film. That's a great little gesture. Holy shit. Alrighty. So as far as the gameplay is concerned, it is a first-person survival horror game. And if you head over to Bloody Disgusting, they have an article where they interview Clive Barker, or at least they have a few quotes by Clive Barker about the game. Working on the first true Hellraiser game has been a venture deep into the recesses of my darkest imaginings. The dedication that Saber and Boss Team Games have shown is nothing short of remarkable. They've immersed themselves in the Hellraiser universe, capturing its essence, the seductive pull of suffering, the beauty within the grotesque, and forged a narrative that invites players to step beyond the threshold. I'm eager for both the curious and the damned to experience this new chapter in the Hellraiser mythos, where every moment balances on the brink of nightmare and revelation. And according to this description, players take on the role of Aiden, who must unlock the dark powers of a mysterious puzzle box known as the Genesis configuration in order to help his girlfriend from a hellish abyss. As Aiden, you'll harness the box's infernal abilities to survive your pact with the sinister Pinhead and battle against the twisted cult that worships him and the Cenobites. Fail, and you'll face legendary suffering. Well, I don't want to speak for everybody, but that sounds like a damn good time to me. And what I like about this trailer is that it seems like a rare example of a franchise extension that is actually true to the spirit of what it comes from. We've seen way too many movies, way too many shows where it's like they take something amazing from a couple decades ago, water it down, pluck all of its claws and teeth out, and basically present like this neutered, shitty, inferior version to the public. Say, see, it's still Alien, or it's still Predator, or it's still Lord of the Rings. It's like, no, it's not. You're completely betraying the spirit of the original. Just leave it alone. Either like do it right or leave it alone. But the fact that they've got Doug Bradley and Clive Barker involved at least gets my hopes up. And of course, I've seen a million game trailers where the game turns out to be a total piece of shit. So the game could still be very disappointing. But that trailer, in terms of gore and nudity and just like embracing the spirit of inviting the Cenobites into your life, clearly this guy's girlfriend, she's into some kinky shit, and she got more than she bargained for. So between now and the release of this game, I strongly recommend that everybody read The Hellbound Heart, watch Hellraiser many times over, watch the good parts of Hellraiser 2, and if you can find a time machine, go back to Greensboro, North Carolina in the summer of 1992, take some LSD, and watch Hellraiser 3 with all your friends, and you will have a divine time. So that's all I've got to say for now. Hope you enjoyed this reaction video. Let me know what you think of the trailer down below, and remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. But more importantly, as always, onwards and upwards.